Folks, welcome back to another episode of The Fallen Badge. Today, the murder of Officer Tommy Scott, Los Angeles World Airports Police Department, California. Officer Scott was 35 years old. He had 4 years with the Los Angeles Airport Police. Now, his daddy was still alive. He had a bonus mother, and he had a brother. It's April 29th, 2005. It's about 11 o'clock. Officer Scott, he's in a marked patrol unit, and he's patrolling the area around the airport, which of course is not just the grounds of the airport, but the streets that border the airport. Now, he's traveling along Lincoln Boulevard, which is a main thoroughfare that's on the north side of the airport. Now, he sees a fella standing over by the fence looking in at the airport. So Officer Scott, he stops and gets out. He's going to check the individual. Now, witnesses would say they saw the officer talking to this suspect there on the side of the road. Well, evidently the suspect, he got bored with the conversation. So he shoved Officer Scott and he took off running towards the patrol car. Now, he's able to get into the driver's seat. He starts driving away. Now, Officer Scott's right behind him, and he is hanging on to part of the driver's door of the squad car. Now, the suspect's traveling down the road at speeds estimated to be 50 miles an hour, and he's swerving across all lanes. Now, Officer Scott is still hanging on to the vehicle. Now, according to one eyewitness, it looked like the suspect was trying to shake the policeman off the patrol car. Now, Officer Scott's hanging on, and this suspect, he goes just about a quarter of a mile, and he crashes into a concrete wall at somewhere between 45 to 55 miles per hour. Now, the airbag engages, and that saves the suspect from any significant injury. Unfortunately, the driver's side door hit a fire hydrant. It forcefully closed the door, and Officer Scott was decapitated. So the suspect, he gets out of the wrecked squad car, and he's going to try to carjack him another vehicle. Now, cars are slowing down and have stopped to try to see what's going on with this accident. Well, he goes to this first car, there's a female in it, and he tries to drag her out of the car, but she's got the door locked, and he's trying to pull her out of the window, and he fails. Well, then he goes over to a Ford Explorer that's behind this female's car, and evidently the driver of this vehicle wasn't paying full-time attention to the attempted carjacking in front of him, because he just sat there, and the suspect was able to get his car door open and drag him out, throw him in the street. The suspect took off in this poor victim's Ford Explorer. Now, the suspect, who evidently wasn't much of a driver, he traveled approximately 900 feet down the roadway. He then lost control of the Explorer. It crashed into an airport security fence and flipped over upside down on airport property. And the crash is bad enough that the suspect can't get out of this vehicle, so he's just trapped till the fire department cuts him out. Now, they finally get him cut out, and the police grab him. The suspect's telling everybody in earshot, "I'm sorry, I know I did wrong. I did not try to hurt that guy. I just want to kill myself." Now, while being transported to UCLA Medical Center by ambulance, he's telling people in the ambulance, "I want to die, let me die, I deserve to die, I'm sorry for what I did." Then at some point right in the middle of that, he stops and he says, "Please don't tell my mom what I did." If it wasn't for the circumstances of this case, you would laugh hearing the suspect say that, but I swear it seems like half the suspects I ever dealt with, at some point, they ask you not to tell their mama what they did. So now he's taken to the hospital. Now they get through with him there. He's transported down to the police station, and he's done changed his mind now. He's decided he doesn't want to die. tells the police, I need a lawyer to save my life. Says, I want that lawyer to help me keep from going to the electric chair or the gas chamber. Now later on, he's going to plead not guilty by reason of insanity, but I would think the fact that he's smart enough, he knows he needs an attorney and he doesn't want to get executed, that he does have some sense about him. September of 2006, suspects charged with the murder of Officer Scott, 2 counts of carjacking, 1 count of attempted carjacking. Now, of course, that murder of Officer Scott would be in relation to the fact he had committed a carjacking because he used force on the officer and then took the officer's vehicle. So the officer died in the commission of this violent felony by the suspect. So that just jacked up that charge. And the deadly weapon involved was a motor vehicle. And also the fact that he killed a police officer who was engaged in the performance of his duties. So that makes it a death penalty case if they decide to go that way. Now, to the best of my knowledge, I do believe that the suspect got life, no parole. The jury didn't buy the insanity plea. One thing of interest, the judge in this case was Judge Ito, who we all know handled that debacle known as the O.J. Simpson trial. I'm surprised the judge didn't punt this case too. Now, I don't have any information as to why the suspect did what he did. I don't think anybody ever figured it out. One of his relatives had said he was supposedly going to go to the airport, catch a flight somewhere, but I don't know. I never saw anything in the resource material to explain why the suspect decided to commit these acts. Officer Tommy Edward Scott. End of watch, April 29th, 2005.